of the legendary Joe Blocks. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the famous home of the Valley Boys legendary icon, Joe Blocks. As you can see, look around you and what can you see? This is known as the Wall of Fame. Here you go, Joe Blocks himself, may his soul rest in peace. May we have a moment of silence for Joe Blocks. Thank you very much. As you can see, all the names are written upon the Wall of Fame. This is the Wally Boys Wall of Fame. You can just scroll the camera down and all the names are here. This is the Wally Boys Wall of Fame. Junkanoo is what we do. Junkanoo is a part of us. Here is the one and only legendary Flower. Flower been a part of the Wally Boys for the last 40 odd years. Flower still presently ring bells. In 2018, Flower is still carrying his bells. At the age of 69, Flower is still carrying his bells. Like you can see, Flower is an active member in the Wally Boys.
Only high quality work comes out of the shop. There's a facing and building.
That's our trade.
Now, this gentleman here, by the name of Flower, he's a long-time certified member of the Valley Boys. And he's going to tell you a little bit about the history of the Valley Boys and what he's been doing for the past, I don't know, 40 or plus years in the group about our culture, preserving our culture.
And that's what I'm doing right now, cutting paper. That's my trade. I make this some money. I make this some money. I do this for the
paper. Kwame, let me say that's what you do.
Okay.
You have to cut the paper.
This right now, what he's doing, he's cutting the paper before he pastes it. Before it's like French, basically French in the paper, doing it by hand. Some people use shares, but Flower does it by hand. He does everything by hand. So everything is done by hand now. And like I said, all the work that's done is quality work.
Yes. And the Wally Boys, been 60 years. We still going on. We're from older school, the youngest school in BC. The Godfather and Goddaddy. All them group come from the Wally. White Kings, Boots, Force, Premier Dancers, then Raiders, all them from the Wally.
In this shop, a lot of off-the-shoulder pieces are produced here. Better pieces, shearing machine or a barbering machine. But Flower does it by hand.
All this.
Anybody who does any work here, it's immaculate and it's done by hand, painstakingly.
Hand-free, not machine, hand-free. Look at me, how I cut the paper. You always have your turn. You learn to do the same thing. What I doing right now? If you jump on the wheel. Thank you.
How long have you been involved with the Valley Boys group?
Over 40, 50 years.
And you're 70 now?
79, yeah.
And you started when you were about 16?
Yeah. I said, man, put in the Flower. That's why I get the name, Flower. Glue just come. We have flour, pop, and all of us mix together and oil, mix together to pitch the costume. That's where we start from. Now we get high grade, now we using glue and contact.
Okay, so Flower.
Then that's the first version on Junkanoo cover.
Right.
And after they stop it, you don't put it on the cover no more. You don't put it on the water.
Right. Just take the gray paper.
All the paper, yeah, everybody should do brown. With the flour, with the water, the flour can't stick.
Right.
You need the water to mix the flour to piece the costume. That's why we celebrating 60 years. When Boxing Day coming, we celebrate 60 years. Wally. As I said, the Wally is the oldest school. Come celebrate with the Wally Boys.
Flower is from the old school to the new school. But this is how it's done. This is behind the scene, ladies and gentlemen. This is behind the scene. This is the part of Junkanoo you don't normally get to see. This is what we have to do to give it a pretty costume. Cut all these papers, put all them together, and make a picture. And that's the end result, but this is where it begins. The cutting of the crepe paper. Crepe paper is where you get all your colors from in Junkanoo. Crepe paper is the color that you see on the costume. It's a paper, but it's designed with a fringe at the end. All the fringes come together and will make a nice mat or nice fluff, what we call Junkanoo. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, boys and girls. You are on a journey. You are on the journey of the legendary Joe Blacks. I am yours truly, Showtime.
And I'm Kwame of the Valley Boys. Let's keep it moving.
All right. Junkanoo is the institution that we love. Junkanoo is a sport. It's not an easy sport. Junkanoo is a rigorous sport. Junkanoo entails many hard work. This is some of the work that we have to do, that we have done. We fought plenty battles in these costumes. Plenty battles were fought, some were won, some were lost. Not all the battles that we fought, we won. Not all the battles that we fought, we lost. But I think we try to win more than we do, more than we lose. Here you go. There's yours. Showtime, a member of the Black Horn section. This is what we call the Black Horn. Here you go. You got Nato. He blows this horn known as a fork horn. These are the horns that make the melody that you hear in the middle of the group. These are the horns that you hear. Gentlemen, Junkanoo is the thing that motivates us every day. Junkanoo is the sport that we live for. Junkanoo is a force-fed battle that there is no blood. There's only sweat and tears.
We got some other legendary members here. We got Joe Blacks, front and center.
Joe Blacks was an official marshal of the Valley Boys. He ran the back line. This is Joe Blacks in a full costume on a victory morning in His Majesty. Joe Blacks represent royalty. Joe Black was a leader. Joe Black represent stern tenacity. Joe Black say, let's go, and it was let's go. Joe Black say, stop, and it was stop. Joe Blacks was a very instrumental part of the victory in the Valley Boys.
And also we got Ace right next to him. On your right, we got Ace, who's another legendary member of the Valley Boys. He's not here right now, but he's a legendary member of the Valley Boys.
Ace is a drummer. In Junkanoo, you have so many different instruments that come together. Ace is a drummer. He plays the tom-tom. Ace is a builder. Ace is the person that whatever you need, he could make it happen. If you could imagine it, he could bring it. He could bring it to real form in a cardboard.
And then you got Joey, and then you got Joey Junior right there. Joe Blacks Junior right there. So it's a family. It's a family thing. Yeah.
Well,
Joe Blacks is in Junkanoo, and his son is also in Junkanoo. He's a drummer.
All the daughters.
Even his daughter, Yorka.
Everybody.
They're all involved in Junkanoo. Been involved in Junkanoo for many years.
Some baby.
Yeah.
Junkanoo is the family area.
That's what we call out Carbell. In the next one. That's two different Carbell. You got it now.
We got one or two other people right now.
We got a little box now.
Yeah.
Just have it down here. All that. Let's have it down here.
That's Hubbard. Right there.
Vaughn Miller.
You got Vaughn and
Only held down his pictures.
yeah.
What you're looking at is a bella.
Yeah.
The cowbells. You got the cowbells, you got the drums, you got the whistles, you got the horns. All come together to make Junkanoo, come to make the sweet melody sound. You got, there's a variety of different instruments that make the Junkanoo sounds. And what you are viewing are different instruments and different pieces that comes together that make Junkanoo. This is the one of the Valley Boys, Joe Black's legendary Wall of Fame.
Wall of Fame.
Junkanoo is a family-orientated sport. Joe Black and his whole and family is involved in the whole process, from the building to the pacing to the carrying to the dash to the actual toting of the costume. Here is one of our members, is known as Ashwood Ferguson. He is a member of the
See,
he is a member of the bella section. As you can see, he rings the bells. As you can look at the end of the gloves, you will see the bells at the end of the glove. There's Denerex. Denerex is a bass player. There's the bass drum. Denerex, he blows the bass.
Yeah.
He carries the bass drum. It's a bass drum.
Yeah, he has his own shop right
You
now.
got Grippy, the bopping pigeon. He's a part of the Blackhorn section. There's Grippy. Then you got Flower here. This is Flower, the gentleman that you saw.
Earlier, this Flower in his costume.
In his costume, carrying his costume. After he cut the papers, now you paste it, you put it together, now he's carrying his costume. He's also ringing a bell, ladies and gentlemen, while he's carrying his costume. All right. All right. So what you're seeing now is just the actual parade in process.
See, that's a 2 cowbell. See that? That's 2 cowbell.
Flower will now demonstrate to you the ringing of the cowbells. Flower will now demonstrate to you the ringing of the cowbells.
It's in a different sound now. Let's see. It's called just a touch. That's a touch. And that's the thing, right? This is different.
Hey, that's right. Ain't missing a beat.
No.
Not a beat.
So these are a few of the pieces that we took to Bay Street. This is a part of the costume called Africa.
I ain't see that dress.
These were done by Mr. Ace, as you saw, who was beating the drum. These are a few. These are one or two. This skirt is actually a piece done by Mr. Clark. He wore this in a fierce battle. I think we lost that battle, but it was fast. It was competitive.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. Junkanoo is a fun thing. We do Junkanoo for charity. Junkanoo is a charity sport. Junkanoo is done for free.
And what a lot of people don't realize is that the time and your personal monies that you put into Junkanoo, into building these costumes and tricking them out to perform just for a couple hours, you know, it's a lot of money and your personal time that goes into the building of these costumes. Well, it's a nice one right now. It is nice. It's all it is. Not dope.
It's a headpiece.
Not dope.
All done out of crepe paper. All the paper cut. French. Just done the same way that Mr. Flower did it.
Nice.
This is the end result of all the crepe papers coming together to complete the drawing. Then it's outfitted with a cushion underneath, as you would normally see. The hold the sweat and to keep the heart balance on the head. Then all these things are built out of cardboard from underneath, like you can see. That all these things have to be cut out, placed in with wire, taped down, contact. It's a process that you don't get to see, but most people only get to see the end result, and that's the end result.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
But it also has X amount of weight to it. You have to endure the weight as you rush. Junkanoo is a pretty sport, but Junkanoo is a sport that you have to be really physically
fit and mentally
in shape for, you know, because it's a sport of endurance. You know, it's a sport of endurance. Well, if you can endure, you can make it. But Junkanoo, you could pick a section where you don't have to carry too much stuff. But you know, when you really want to win, you got to carry these beautiful pieces, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it, look at it, look at it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's no flaws. Look
That's
at
beautiful.
it.
That's
You might never get to get this close, ladies and gents. But look at it.
Beautiful.
And it's already been worn.
Yeah,
It's already been worn.
yeah. That's in such good condition still too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
This is a part of the work we produce here
out of this
at the
shop.
legendary Joe Block shop.
This
is part of the work. You
that's
can
a
look
masterpiece, man.
You can look around. You can see. You can do.
That's a masterpiece, and these are old costumes.
Yeah, these costumes are old.
So they weren't even. That ain't a fresh costume, but it looks fresh.
Yes, yes.
You know, the costume looks brand new.
You try to preserve them as much as we could. The crepe paper have to avoid water. You have to avoid water.
Okay.
Crepe paper have to avoid water as much as it could. Crepe paper and water is not friendly. The water and crepe is not friendly. If the water gets to the crepe paper, the paper will run, the paper will dissolve, and it will make a mess.
All right.
So, we try to avoid the water as much as we could. That's one of the reasons we try to keep them in plastic and try to keep the color preserved.
All right. So,
you know.
Let me ask you something, Showtime. Right? You've been involved in Junkanoo for many years, and you've just been involved in life in the country in many different forms and phases. So I want to ask you, what have you seen that's changed a lot in New Providence in terms of Junkanoo, in terms of just the quality of life and living for Bahamians, because you are,
well, you know,
you wear many hats, you're a man of many talents.
Well, you know, Junkanoo was the thing. When I visited Junkanoo as a little boy, Junkanoo was done on a flat piece of cardboard. And Junkanoo, and the Junkanoo didn't have the dimensions. Over the years, the Junkanoo will evolve from the flat surface with just a picture on it to the 3-dimension. If you would look at the skirt like that, you would see all the dimensions on the skirt. You would see all the dimensions on the hat.
Right. And the layers on it, everything was just simple.
Yeah.
Just simple, flat. Just really simple. So everything flat. 2D. Just basically
the 3-dimension.
Right.
Junkanoo was involved where they use all the tricks and all the designs.
Right.
Like, you know, they use all this extra stuff on the costume that was never seen before. You know? So, over the years, Junkanoo has evolved a 3-dimensional process where the front, the side, and the back all of a area that you have no problem looking at.
Okay.
The front could be the back could be the front, the sides could be the front. So when as the costume turns, you see beauty all the way around.
Okay, all right.
The music has gotten a lot faster.
Right.
The music has gotten a lot faster. In the 70s and 80s, the music used to be a lot slower, but the music has gotten a lot faster.
Now,
the groups has got a lot bigger.
A lot bigger. All right.
And so,
what about island life, like living in Nassau? What has changed living in Nassau?
Well, as the Junkanoo process grew, then you know the islands have to grow. Well, back in the days, the island process was like, you heard the word I use? Island process.
Right.
Nowadays, in the modernization, you have modern technology, you have the modern things of the modern world. Of yesterday, everything was moving slow. Moving slow as, you know what I mean? You didn't even get to see it on the TV. You used to listen to it on the radio.
Okay.
Back in the days, you know, the TV was every day. So right now you got these modern stuff where you got WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram. You could talk to the people in Africa and see them right now in real time.
Right.
So you faced with these challenges. So the island life became modern life. Modern life in terms that if you leave from America and you come to the Bahamas, you can't tell the difference.
Right, okay.
So that's where it's at right now. Right now it's like how to separate the island life from the modern life. You can't. You can't.
Is there a way still for Bahamians to keep their natural culture the way they in terms of as you see, you know how society is now, 2018 compared to in your day or further, there was less crime, there was more togetherness, I understand, and people helped each other more, looked out for each other more on that level, I guess. And I'm wondering if Junkanoo was one of the conduits or things to help keep community together and keep young men out of problems. I don't know. I'm just asking what's in your mind.
Well, I'll give you an example. Junkanoo, I was always what I should say, a fanatic. As a Bahamian, Junkanoo is something that in your blood. Junkanoo is a feeling, Junkanoo is a spirit. You grow up here in the cowbells, you grow up here in the goatskin drum, you grow up with your Grammy, your mommy, your people taking you down to Junkanoo as a little boy. The enthusiasm of Junkanoo was always great and the excitement. Back in the day you were Junkanoo and you were Gumbe. So it was like, man, you could, the drums and all that was like, that created excitement. So as a Bahamian, all Bahamians, all 99.1%, all Bahamians have a Junkanoo group that they favor, or you would say that they are fan of, right? So what I'm trying to say is like the fever of Junkanoo comes right after a next fever. The fever of Junkanoo, the spirit of Junkanoo come right after the Christmas spirit. So you have Christmas, what everybody anticipate for. Then you have Junkanoo right behind the Christmas. So it's the great anticipation of this Christmas looking for the gifts and the great anticipation of all Bahamians having a group. All Bahamians having a group, like you have the basketball fans, the softball fans and all that. It's the Junkanoo, the Bahamians are fans of Junkanoo. It's a cultural sport known as Junkanoo that the Bahamians are avid fans of. So all Bahamians, they go to Junkanoo to support their group. And me being a Bahamian, I grew up as a little boy being a fan of the Junkanoo. The Valley Boys was the group that I favor. I was always a fan of the Valley Boys.